You know what I'm saying? We are back. We are live again. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Off Season presented by Cardinal Studios, which is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Yeah, we got a lot of things to talk about, as we got training camp just started up for all NFL teams, I believe. Hall of Fame inductions or the Hall of Fame shrinees, if you must, have just been announced, and we're going to cover that as well. We got a little bit of trivia mixed in here as well. There's news going on, and as far as like trades and other things going on around the league, it's a really exciting time, at least for me. As I follow, the Dallas Cowboys. With me, as always, I got my co-host. We got my brother Q here representing the Ravens. You know what I'm saying? And as well, we got my sister from another mister, Bella, rocking the Lions. You feel me? So, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? It's haven't chat with y'all since last week, about a week ago. How y'all feeling?
I'm good. Seen a couple of things. I mentioned this earlier about the Cowboys. Let's go ahead and get this off my chest now.
That's a wrap, Timmy.
Dak, how he showed up to, I believe it was the camp with the Super Bowl shirt. Did y'all see that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. From the 90 squad, right? The 96 Super Bowl
t-shirt. I think it's relevant because I don't know if y'all saw, but Carl Anthony Towns, I believe he did the same thing when he got drafted or traded to the Knicks from the Wolves. He pulled up in I might be remembering this wrong. I think he wore a shirt same day, like some kind of championship shirt. But I know when the final started, he wore a championship shirt from when they played in the 90s. I thought that joint was interesting. That was he's wearing a shirt from Super Bowl 30 when they won against the Steelers. It's been 30 years since they won. Obviously, that's something we know. But another little detail, if y'all look at the date for the Super Bowl, y'all know what day the Super Bowl is on?
Valentine's Day.
Right. What date is that? Just for the people, what numbers is that?
2/14/27.
Right. Go ahead and look up Dallas's area code.
Oh, the 214.
Right.
Whoa. Put some high stakes on Dallas this year, no lie.
No, the numbers mean things, though.
Right. Another example of that is, I believe it was the year the Seahawks won the Super Bowl against the Patriots. What was that, like 2014? If you look at like Russell Wilson, his passing numbers for that game, it was Seattle's area code. So just a little something to keep an eye out for.
Okay.
All right.
We knew the Lions weren't going to have it this year, but you know what? It's really been confirmed.
I mean, there's no guarantee, but it's just something to keep your eyes out for, no doubt.
Yeah, appreciate.
Okay. I mean, since we're already on the Cowboys, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take the reins on like kind of what I've been following. What is it, off of day 3 of training camp now? Day 2 or day 3? Everything's been first of all, I get all my information from 105.3 The Fan, Mike Fisher, and Crown Global Media. Just to go ahead and like put that out there. So shouts out to y'all. These people are at training camp and or in the building where they practice every day. So, a lot of and from what I've seen, a lot of the, I think everyone's doing shells and shorts right now, right? Like no one's actually in pads or anything. So, nothing real crazy. But, some on the offense, I'm not even going to really talk about the offense because, I mean, there's the obvious as far as like the starters are going. You hear a lot about CD and GP just playing backyard football right now because of their ability, and Dak's gonna get them the ball, right? And then I guess I'll start again at surface level when I flip to the defensive side of the ball, and talk about Caleb Downs. And as I'm seeing like how he lines up, he's actually lining up to be in base defense. He's going to be a nickel, so he's going to be affecting the line of scrimmage a little bit more, which I'm appreciating because he's going to be a little bit more on run support. Obviously, he's going to be a drop back safety in other situations.
Yeah, I think they should use him at safety, but
they're going to move him around from what I've seen, like in different formations. But like anticipated running downs, I think he's going to play close to the line of scrimmage. But I'm sure they're practicing. They're just trying things out at this point. But that's what I'm seeing right now. I'm with you though. I'd rather see him play more dynamically than physically.
Right. I think he'll be like
on
the
but I mean in this
everything
multiple things, right? Yeah, because then in the same breath, it's amazing how Brian Schottenheimer said about Caleb Downs that he never repeats the same mistake twice. So, and I say that to bring up this example. CeeDee Lamb hit him with some route concept that got him at OTAs some 4 or 5 weeks ago. We ran the same route concept against him, and it was on tape actually at training camp weeks later, and it was completely shut down. So it's a really it's just cool because like everyone talks about how cerebral this kid is. And something so little is that, I mean, CD's a technician when it comes to route running. So I think it's really cool that he's getting on little cues like that as a rookie. Let's see. A couple names that I'm actually going to be watching as we're getting into pads and physical gameplay is Deron Bland, Donovan Ezeraku, and DeMarvion Overshown. They're a full go as of right now. They all had, season-ending injuries, and they've got some of them have an injury history. So seeing them actually being a full go right now, they're not doing anything, any individual drills. Javon Ravel as well, as I spoke about, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, where he, came in the league and was injured, like a very injured guy, and now he's moving around pretty swiftly. So just watching some of the hurt guys and looking at some of the newer faces on the back end. We've got Jalen Thompson, who I'm really excited to see. PJ Locke, I mean, it's kind of going to be a fill-in guy, but just overall, the whole defense from top to bottom looks, I mean, there are some familiar faces, but there's a big overhaul. Christian Parker's got these guys like completely bought in. You hear people are lining up at his office after just to pick his brains more. So like just to see that there is a genuine feedback from the players as opposed to last year, where you can see that the players were kind of just saying what they could to not put. I forgot his name already. Our coordinator from. Anyways,
was it Marinelli?
No, he came from Chicago and now he's in San Francisco. He was a head coach of Chicago before coming to be our defensive coordinator.
Oh yeah. Oh damn. Why am I forgetting his name? I know you're
easy to forget, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm no luck here.
I'll look it up.
Cool. Yeah, just a big Matt Eberflus, yeah, who like I say all that because like it seems like Christian's got these guys really prepared in many aspects of their practice and their practice early on. And I say that because like, and this isn't new, right? But DeMarvion Overshown's supposed to be our green dot guy. And on the fly in like day 1 or day 2 of these practices, they cut his communications off as if something could happen right in a game where you don't get the call. And apparently coaches said he literally just took control of the huddle and like dispersed whatever play call was said. So I don't know, it's just really encouraging to see something that I would not see under Matt Eberflus, where everyone didn't seem like they knew what he wanted or really bought into it. And I mean, like collectively, I mean, everyone's kind of just BSing, like I said in their interviews. So I'm kind of buying into it. not saying, this is our year, but I'm super buying into it. And then to top off one last thing, I know I've been doing a mouthful, but I've been watching a lot, and there's a lot that's been happening. Y'all, it's been really quiet. It's a really quiet off season for the Cowboys, and that's not a normal thing, right? Because like it's usually
Another thing I
contracts.
don't like.
So we're sitting here and we haven't heard Jerry say anything since sometime around OTAs or maybe even before. I don't think he even spoke during OTAs to be honest with you. And then during the opening presser at training camp, he opens up and it's not verbatim, but he says he wants to make a substantive pick. He would give up substantive picks or whatever features. That's the word he said. To get a helpful right or substantive or something. I don't know. He's Jerry. I hope y'all know Jerry.
Substantiary.
You can say what you want to say.
I think he's trying to say like something that's like substantiary, exactly, or substantial. Is what I was saying. Like something that's like a substantial, but the man's like almost 90 years old. Let's give him a break, all right?
It's all right. We're quoting him. You're just quoting him, so we're not going to blame you on that one. You know what I'm saying?
And again, it's not even verbatim, so he may not even really, allegedly he said this, but he said he would give up futures to help our defensive room, and he didn't say specific because he's not trying to direct or give away too much, but he then turned around and said that he had conversations yesterday, which would have been Tuesday, with the owner about a player. And then I think it was Jane Slater, who everyone, I really fuck with Jane Slater. Shout out to her. I think she's with the NFL Network. But she covers the Cowboys, and she asked, was it the Raiders? And no. She said, did you give up on Crosby? The idea. Why did you give up on the idea of Crosby? And he said, I didn't. And that's when he followed up to say he just had a conversation with someone. And it's like, okay, well then who else could that be? Like if we sit here and break it down, who else do the Cowboys need right now? It's not a cornerback. I mean, we can argue a cornerback, but who have we been tied to this whole time? So for him to come out and say something like that after being quiet, I don't know. I'm kind of buying into it because, like I said, he's usually going for headlines, and he even kind of said something along the lines of like, because someone asked him, and he was like, I'm kind of just like focused on my job, and I'm like, well, that's not really something he says often, Right. He's more like kind of. So it's like, was it only you were talking to? Did his name rhyme with Schmark Schmavis? Of the Schmagus Schmaders, or like, I don't know.
Does his owner have a fucked up haircut?
Does he look like a cartoon character?
Right.
Just in case y'all are curious.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
For those of y'all who didn't know who Mark Davis looked like, but anyways, I know I've taken up a whole 10-minute segment, and I was supposed to take up like 7 to 8 of what's going on in Dallas, but I'm to wrap that all up, I'm just really excited about what's to come, and as it pertains to trades. People keep saying the idea of like maybe we'll get rid of George Pickens for Max Crosby, but that's against the point, because why would you take away from, if you're building a house, i.e. your football team, and your foundation's your offense and your roof is your defense, because our offense is what's hitting right now, right? Why would you take from your foundation to add to your roof? No, you give futures, like he's talking about, give away picks, or if you want a player, give away Ryan Flournoy, who has with a substantive, whatever the word he said, picks, you know what I mean, where he the Raiders have something to look forward to in the future, and they've got an actual plug and play asset, which, I mean, I like Ryan Flournoy. I'd hate to see him go, but for Max Crosby and like a first and maybe a third or something like that, I could see it being an option. So
that'd be what, like a 2028 first? Because what y'all give up for Quinn Williams? Was that a?
We still have our own first, either from the Jets or from Green Bay or ours. I don't know. We had 4 first-round picks at one point.
Oh, yeah, because y'all got a first from Green Bay. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so we have 1 left going into next year, like everyone else does. So We can get that up for Max and maybe a 3. And that they want a player that could, and I realistically think that would be cool to see Ryan Flournoy go um to a position where he'd be targeted a lot. He'd be a number 2 for anybody else. He'd be a number 1 there. To be honest with you, seeing what they got.
Right.
So yeah, how you feeling about out there in Baltimore?
Bowdy.
I've done a little bit of research on what's going on at camp. I got my eyes on one of the rookies that they drafted, Jacoby Lane. He's looked pretty good so far. He's 6'4", tall as shit. He's like almost Mike Evans size. I've been drinking a little bit, so if I'm fucking my words up, you know what I'm saying. We can blame that. Yeah, he's 6'4", so he's tall, big body receiver. The Ravens and Lamar haven't had that. I'll say since he's been there, honestly. If they have big body, I want to say the last big body receiver they had was Des Bryant in like 2020 or something, bro. He was old as shit then.
And he was I was gonna say he was older then.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what he can do. I could see him playing himself into like a starting role. I've seen a couple like drills and live plays of him going up and getting the ball. I mean, he's 6'4", he's tall as hell. Like one of us could complete a pass to him, bro. You just throw the ball up, let him go get it. Seen reports of him like mossing the shit out of Marlon Humphrey and another one of our safeties, which is good for him, not good for the defense, right?
Casey.
Yeah, I think he's going to be good. I'm excited to see him. There's another dude, Elijah Surratt, that we drafted from Indiana, he's actually from Stafford, so shouts out Virginia. He went to, I'm not sure what high school he went to. I think it's like maybe North Stafford or something.
Okay.
He went to JMU with Kurt Cinetti and then transferred with him to Indiana, and he just won the ring with Mendoza last year. So
wow.
I think he'll be decent. I think he's hurt though, from what I've seen. I think he has like a minor foot or knee injury or something. Nothing crazy, but like they're playing it safe with him. Interested to see how that goes. I've also seen reports that the offense has been a little bit ahead of the defense, which kind of what I was saying with the Jacoby Lane Mawson people. Like I think that's good because like you have Lamar Jackson. I don't want to hear that he's struggling, right? But at the same time,
right.
We hired this new head coach to fix the defense. And the defense, like especially the beginning of the season, is typically more ahead of the offenses. If you watch the games, like the defenses will be kind of where they need to be because I mean, how many on defense, like bro, we're playing cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, man, like it's not, you know what I'm saying? Once you get your technique and stuff down, like they're not changing too much up, right? As opposed to offense, they're doing different formations, packages, subbing people in and out. Like defense, they don't really do that. So,
okay,
it's a little concerning. I try not to get too ahead of forming concrete opinions with training camp and stuff like that. I've seen the videos of Marvin Harrison Jr. dropping passes and stuff like that, and again, like these, like you said earlier, they're not even in pads, bro. Like they're just going out there, kind of going through the motions, going through the drills. Like none of this shit really matters, right? How many times do we see people say like, "Oh, this player sucks. This team's gonna be good. This quarterback's trash." Like, brother, and typically we're watching like one or two clips that somebody nitpicked out of stuff, right? Like I saw a clip the other day of Kyle Hamilton getting fucking burnt. Like he looked like one of us trying to cover like a receiver or something. But it was a clip from his rookie year. Like the clip is like 3 or 4 years old, but they're posting it like it's new. So it's just little things like that. Like the things you see online, you got to be a little, you got to use some discernment, I guess, for lack of better words, and like know what you're looking at. Look a little bit more into it because people are gonna post shit for clicks to skew opinions and whatnot. But last thing I'll say is I mentioned this on another video. I want to see Mike Green step up. think I mentioned that in the last video that we made. I want to see him step up. They're not in pads yet, so I don't expect the pass rushers to be doing very much. I don't even think they're really in these little like live 7-on-7 things that we see where they're actually throwing and catching and covering people. Because if you're a pass rusher, how do you participate without getting contact or physical like that?
Right.
So
For
I want to
sure.
see him step up. And Malachi Starks, the dude that we drafted 2024, I'm sorry, 2025 first round pick safety from Georgia. I want to see him step up and do well. I just mentioned that he got mossed by a rookie from this year, so I can't say he's off to a great start. But again, dude's 6'4", right? I mean, I think
They can't really have much contact either right now, so
exactly.
kind of
So it's
gotta let him
not like
catch it.
I'm not putting too much against stock into that, but whatever. I saw also earlier today one of the Ravens coaches talking about our corner Nate Wiggins, he's pretty good. I think he's a little on the smaller side, honestly. I got him at 6'2", 185, but if you look at him, he looks a little smaller than that. Not gonna lie, but he's pretty good. He can cover. And earlier this offseason, he said that he hasn't played 100% since he was in high school. So he's played 2 or 3 years at Clemson, 2 years in the NFL with like something wrong with his knee or something. So I think that'll be interesting to see if he comes back, and he's fast as shit too. Like he's really fast. Not to use like Madden ratings as like a measuring stick, but even on Madden they got him at probably like a 95 speed or some crazy shit like that. Like he's fast, right? Athletic, getting a little small, but you don't need like a linebacker out there at corner, right? Like you need somebody who can stay, who can shadow the receiver, and I think he can do that. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what I got. It's my take on the Ravens camp so far.
There you go. I guess.
All right. What's going on up north?
Oh, up north is crazy.
In Lions territory.
In Motown.
Yeah. What's going on in the 313? So I kind of wanted to look into more of like our rookies and kind of how they're shaping and kind of who is kind of taking not really the cake on it, but just kind of like who's kind of surpassing right now. And I not as a surprise, but Derek Moore is he's stepping up, and he won his back-to-back reps. Go him, yay. And he's currently battling that other edge rushing spot alongside or the opposite to Hutch. He's going against, I feel like I'm gonna say his last name wrong, but DJ Wonham. And he's a vet too. To be honest, haven't heard of that guy in like a hot second. So that's a veteran, but not veteran for me learning this.
They can have 2 Michigan boys starting on that line.
That's what I'm saying. Our first round pick that we picked up, it took a lot so far. It's taken a lot of first team rep, and it's kind of stepping ahead of the game from where a few other vets sit. But he's doing all right. So far what they have here is that he should be one of the starting right tackles for us, which will be good defense wise. And then some of these other ones I don't even want to like get into, but our 5th round that we picked up is safety, Keith Abney II, for reference here, is currently battling with Rocky Sin, and Enos Rakestraw Jr., for like reps and whatnot to kind of take that spot. And then our linebacker Jimmy Rodler from Michigan as well, has just kind of like stepped up under our defensive coordinator and just kind of doing more reps. It's kind of simple to put it that way. Some other like thing I did want to kind of point out, we did an undrafted free agent. We did pick up a quarterback, Luke Altmaier. So he'd be our 3rd string, behind Jared Goff and then Teddy Bridgewater, which thank God Teddy came back. That's crazy.
Damn, I forgot Teddy Bridgewater was back.
He was, yeah, let me
That's
say,
right.
he was Lions, and then, correct me if I'm wrong, went to the Bucks, and then now back here.
Something
Good.
like that. And then
I
he got
think
in trouble for like Ubering his high school kids or some dumbass shit. Y'all seen
you
that?
know what? I
Wait, Teddy
actually did
Bridgewater,
not.
the quarterback,
Correct.
Yeah.
was he not in like Minnesota too? Am I tripping?
Yeah, that was like
Probably a long time ago, ain't it?
yeah, was that like
Didn't
2014 or something? Like that was a
didn't he go
while.
night night in Minnesota? That's the only reason I remember Teddy Bridgewater. It's like that's where someone clipped him asleep. It was a clip of him just
That definitely happened, but he was
right.
he was
It was in
decent for
purple.
them.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, he
fine.
got
Yeah,
Maybe.
drafted in
but I remember you.
2014, bro. Like nigga was just getting out of high school type shit. Like
Right. Um, but yeah, so Luke
12
Altmaier
years
is kind
ago.
of sitting right. That my God. All right. Thanks for the age. Makes me feel good. I can't even be talking compared to y'all. I just thought about that. Anyway.
Yeah, shut
So
up.
yeah, shut up. Anyway, Luke Altmaier sits in the third string. If I'm gonna be honest, I think Luke Altmaier could step up to that second string. Sorry, Teddy, but I think with a lot more reps, and yes, he's a rookie, but with a lot more reps, I do think that he could sit there. It's just obviously with training camp, he's just getting a lot of progress, but we won't see it till when he's actually out on the field, right? Um, and it kind
yeah,
of
Teddy like that spare tire that's been in the back of your trunk for like 10 years. And you touch that shit, you like, bro. I hope I don't gotta replace my tire with one of these joints. That
That's what
shit
I'm
gonna pop.
saying. I'm sitting here
Like,
thinking, I'm like, you want to pray that he is not the starter you're rolling out week one.
yeah,
the
you hope he
fact
plays like a quarter or two before and golf comes out the next game, not two games. You know what I'm saying? You want to play like 2 quarters at max.
Yeah, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we played, I think it was the Commanders, Goff came out for a little bit and Teddy was put in the game, and it was like, uh okay, well, that's something.
You
And
hold your
then
breath
and
for a
then
second.
yeah, and then Goff went in like 7 minutes later, like in the quarter, was like, all right, let's get all right, cool. Um
Mm-mm.
which, to be honest, I actually do kind of agree with the idea of putting Teddy in that game, but that's a discussion for another day. Um but I'd kind of want to talk a little bit about kind of the Super Bowl because that's just kind of an obvious, like, I mean, like we touched on it earlier with the Cowboys, with that superstition and all that with Seattle and all that. But you know, we had a 9-8 record last year, and unfortunately, I mean, I hate to say it, I predicted it. I predicted it back September of last year. I'm putting another prediction in about 3 weeks after 3 or 4 weeks once I see training camp done.
We're
If
gonna write
I'm
that down. Say, oh, we
oh,
gonna put some. We might put some money on that. You
put some money line if I'm like
need a
plus or
lottery.
minus
Need
one
a
and a half
lottery
on my
number
win
too. Shit.
my win numbers. Yeah, guys, comment below. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. Um, but I think with the expectation of now, at least kind of going back into training camp a little bit to kind of tie into this, JMO's been playing pretty well. I mean, right now he's kind of a step out, he's locked in, if you will. Uh, he's gotten a lot of confidence in the ball right now with what I've seen training camp and read about training camp wise. Um, and then also Isaac Tesla. We cannot forget about Isaac Tesla, okay? You cannot just leave him out there like that, okay? He is I think he's got contention to stay at wide receiver 3 and just kind of stay there. So I definitely think that him stepping up could make a big difference, at least for us, so we don't have to keep going to Amon St. Brown or, JMO as well. We have some other weapons, which helps us offensively. However, kind of also need to look at it defensively as well, because obviously you can't win with one side of the ball, right? So like I said, I already touched on the offensive, but defensively with Penei Sewell, I think this is gonna kind of tie into what I'm gonna talk about later. But he's a great one-on-one and can shut down people like Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons does in fact sit in our division with Green Bay, and arguably is kind of one of the nastier divisions currently in the NFL. Honestly, I mean, agree to disagree on that one, but I stand by it. The Lions definitely have a lot more of a challenge than they have had in the past, for sure.
Best division
Um,
in the league, I would say. Yeah, I don't think there's any debate about that.
yeah, so it definitely makes it difficult for teams like us to kind of stay up in the runnings because if you once you fall, good luck. Literally, good luck. Everyone else is still climbing, you know. Um, so I think if we, rebuild more of our secondary, which I think I have touched on before, but I think if we're able to kind of rebuild and have a stronger secondary, which the training camp is hopefully going to help with that, I think we're going to be able to kind of stop a lot more of those, offensive Vikings, if you will, um, that kind of, ran us up last year, which is why we went 9-8. I mean, not saying our offense was not great, but I mean, sure, we had some bad offensive days and some good defensive days, but I think personally our defense definitely was a lot weaker last year. And also our O line too. We gotta not saying it's also, the greatest thing on the planet. But I think we're definitely gonna have a lot more like anchor stepping up into those roles as well. With that. And if I had to, I mean, I'm just going to say I don't think we're going to take number one in the NFC North. However, I do think there's a chance we could clinch it this year. Like granted, if everyone stays healthy, because if people get hurt, obviously things are going to change. Um, I know there's a couple people who are currently sitting on injury. Like I know Gibbs isn't injured, but he's currently considered a hold-in, so he's not really getting as many reps, but probably giving that room for Isaiah Pacheco. I'm assuming it's giving him room for that. But again, I could just be completely wrong. Christian Mahogany came back, so good for us there too. And then Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch, as we already know, have been out and they were put on the PUP list from from injuries from past seasons, of course. But on the bright side, Kirby Joseph has actually been moving around on the sidelines, so maybe he'll actually be back. That'll be great for us, I think. I don't think he'll be obviously where he was before, but definitely will be great to, see him back on the field. And then to kind of top that off, DJ Reed finally becoming healthy again in the coverage. So I think with those people kind of coming back and some people holding off to give more people room to come in and get comfortable with the team, I think with that info, I think we'll be a pretty good team this year. Our record might not show it, just to preface for that, but I do think if our team kind of stays together, if you will, regardless of the record, I think we're going to be a team not to mess with.
Yeah, as long as y'all got
Okay.
Campbell and Goff, y'all gonna be solid, I think.
Yeah.
Not a pushover, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see, how things evolve as, we get out of shells and shorts and we actually get into real contact football. So I'm excited to circle back and kind of report on that next week. And y'all, I think there's 6 days until we get a preseason game, something like that. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. About 6 days from now, we'd be in the middle of a preseason game, the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah,
Which I
August
mean,
6th.
speaking of the Hall of Fame game, this is a game, that will be, presenting the 5 new Hall of Fame inductees that were announced. Was it last week?
Smooth transition.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, fam. I
It's like he
appreciate you.
practices this or something.
So I think I wanted to go ahead and give the respects to the 5 new inductees. We had quarterback Drew Brees, running back Roger Craig, wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald, linebacker Luke Kuechly, and kicker Adam Vinatieri. Y'all, this is and also to kind of give preface to people that don't really understand this. There's about 128 nominees, I think that they start off with. They bring it down to like 52, then 26 semifinalists, and then 15 finalists, and these are the names that they present. I think the cutoff was the 2020 the 2020 season. So it's like all the modern. This is essentially the players that I grew up with. Like in my later childhood of watching football, these are the players that I grew up watching. So like what are
Yeah,
y'all's thoughts?
you gotta wait 5 years after you're done to be nominated or eligible for the Hall of Fame. The
And I
rule.
think the list is though. Before I even put my two takes on this, what are y'all's takes or thoughts on some of these players who are about to get inducted in 6 days, y'all?
You want my take?
Go ahead, Sailor.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
All right, so I only know one of the 5 people on this list.
let me guess.
Is that Drew Brees?
That's crazy.
You don't know who Larry Fitzgerald is?
I mean, I like recognize the name, but I don't know the player.
Or Luke
So-
Kuechly? You don't know who Clark Kent is?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll just get my take out there. Yay, Drew Brees. I watched him for some time. Go him, you know what I'm saying? But like, not. I know Brandon looking at this camera like, you know, not to just like put an age gap on that, but I mean, y'all grew up with these people. I did not, so I mean,
Damn! Don't phrase it like that. No.
We're gonna next time we're on here, I'm gonna have some films. I'm gonna have a film study or like a little highlight reel for you of like each of these players back to back. So like you already know Drew Brees, so like maybe you'll get him last. But like first up, Larry Fitzgerald. That's crazy.
yeah, not to give you guys this idea, and not to just put this on a VOD somewhere, but like come up with an older people who've played in the league and just be like, who is this? Who did they play for? Like show a picture, like you know who this is? You know what they did?
It'd be funny to do. Yeah, to throw a picture of Fitzgerald.
Nobody write that down. Nobody clip that. But I mean, that would be funny. But no, we don't. Not to
we
just.
could show you a picture of Luke Kuechly. You'd be like, "Oh, is that Clark Kent? Is that what's the dude who plays like, is that Henry? What's the Henry Cavill or whatever his name is? You like, is that
who?
You don't know who that is? Have you seen Man of Steel?
That is like I'll be fair, I haven't seen that movie all the way through. I'm not a big Superman fan though.
Oh, that movie's hard though. I'm not either, but that movie's hard. I like.
Okay, maybe I'll have to give it a watch. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you wanted my take, there's my take for you. I'll let the people who have pure ball knowledge on this.
The old niggas. She's trying to say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Q, talk ball with me. What you think? What you think right now? What you got?
That's all love. I love y'all. Right? What the hell?
I appreciate that, still. All right, so let's start with a hot take. I've watched Vinatieri was like when we were kids, right? He was with like the early Patriots dynasties. He won Brady, I think, like 2 Super Bowls. I think he won him his first one, and I want to say like one of the other 3. He was a big part of that. Defense and kicking was like how he won his first 3 chips, not from offense. Luke Kuechly, one of the best linebackers I've ever seen play. He was a beast. They went to the Super Bowl in 15 against the Broncos. They had to lose. They had to get Peyton Manning his ring, whatever. I'm not going to get into that. Again, he's a beast, one of the best linebackers I've ever seen play. Roger Craig, I think he played for like the Niners before we were even born. So I'm aware, I know who he is. Used to watch a bunch of like old NFL Network shows and shit, so I know who he is. I've never watched like a Roger Craig highlight video or something. Like I'm not that deep in the trenches with this shit. Larry Fitz, this is my hot take. He's a beast, one of the best. I want to call him overrated, but that would be too strong of a word because I realize he's really good. But I don't like. Again, this might sound crazy. I'm gonna just say it. Like I told you, been sipping a little bit, so I'm gonna say what I'm thinking. I like Julio Jones more than Fitz, and I might even like Antonio Brown more than Fitz. That's also a hot take. I know like the thing I see online is which good stat for you to know, Sale. He has more tackles and drop passes in his career. Larry Fitzgerald, he has like I don't know, like 10 tackles as a wide receiver and less than that in drops as a wide receiver. So it's pretty crazy. Like if you look at his numbers, he's been insane. He also had like I can't name a quarterback he played with that was good other than Kurt Warner for like a couple years. He's good. He's really good, but I don't know. Maybe it's because of like our age. Honestly, I that's probably what I would chalk it up to because I've never heard people say like he's a top 3, top 5. But again, I would chalk that up to our age because when he was in the Super Bowl, we were in I was in like the 9th grade or something. That was 2009 against the Steelers. Like we were young, right? So we weren't having these conversations. So that's probably another reason why I'm like, oh, I think Julio Jones is better than him because I grew up watching him. I was a little older when I watched Julio Jones.
Yeah, 2009. Oh,
how old were you in 2009, Sale? 3?
3 years old. Yeah, you gotta chalk that shit up to age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you like my younger brother's age, so that's why I can't have certain conversations with y'all because y'all just you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, what you talking about?
Yeah, I'm like you were like a baby when LeBron was born. Like, I mean, I was a kid when he was in the league. I was like 8,
I'm practically his son, like close to his son's age, bro. What you mean?
See, exactly, and I'm closer to LeBron than his son's
I'm closer
age
to Bronny. I mean,
exactly. So it's we got different perspectives, I would say. But can I get my snubs out the way real quick, and then you can go ahead, Brandon?
Yeah. I don't really know if I couldn't find a list of like the other inductees. I don't know why.
So I Googled some people that were snubs. I looked this up earlier. Some of these are crazy. One of them you will definitely recognize. I got 6 people written down. All right. I'm gonna start with the most obvious one that should have got in. The league don't like this nigga because they're on his quarterback's dick. Bill Belichick. How the fuck is he not in there?
I know that guy. I recognize that guy. Anyway.
You know who that is, right? They just put his kicker in. They don't. But again, they don't like him. They suck Brady's dick. They don't like him. Here's another one you recognize. Jason Witten. Why the fuck isn't he in? One of the best tight ends we've ever seen. I know he has not much flash. He's one of the best tight ends I've ever watched. Why isn't he?
I thought he should have been in too.
Yeah, all right. Here's a good question. Who we gonna take out for Witten or Belichick? Oh, out of the people that we just named.
Like who are we taking out of the
5?
Like the.
I would personally say Roger Craig gotta wait.
I was saying that too.
Yeah, he played in like the 90s, bro. Make that nigga wait another year for Bill Belichick. Like,
yeah, he played in the original West Coast offense. I'm looking this up actually as a rookie
with the Niners, right?
Yeah. And the 1983 NFL draft. He was a 4th round, or he was a 49th overall pick.
In the 83 draft.
And this is also like, okay, so this is my problem with the Hall of Fame, right? So like, you got 5 players per year, right? Something like that. Where like
I want to say they changed the number. I think it was like a little bit more before, but it's always a very small number. So they got to.
Which I respect. I respect having like a minimal amount of players, but like for exclusivity. But at the same time, we have players like argue me this if you want to, but like Darren Woodson's not in the Hall of Fame. We're just like one of the earlier like versatile safeties. Like he was a safety, but he was like, I mean, for all that he did, again, we're talking about Jason Witten. We're talking about all these people that were nominated this year. Like now, no, all 128 of them shouldn't make it, right? But like we have such a backlog that we're bringing somebody in from the 80s right now because we don't want his grandparent or his grandchildren to be accepting the award for him. Like they're gonna wheel him out to the middle of the stadium in 6 days. You know what I mean? So like that's where I have the issue with it, where it's like these players give their lives to the game. I mean, like you can argue what you want about how much they get paid and the XYZ. They literally give their lives to the game. And like if y'all don't believe me, go watch the game in 6 days and watch the players of all ages that come out there to accept their awards and just watch how they move.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like they literally mentally and physically give their whole bodies to the game. So like for them to like that to be their dream, not only a Super Bowl, everyone has like their accolades, but like to be in the Hall of Fame, it's like, oh my goodness, had to be one of five.
Exactly. I mean, look, they did T.O. the same way, bro. Like his first year of eligibility, they didn't let him in.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, one of the if I was ranking top 10 receivers, he'd be in the top 5. Like he's
Easily.
like 4 probably.
Not even as a homer. Yeah, like
Yeah,
for what he did
exactly.
in Philly mostly and in San Fran. Like he was
And on the Cowboys, obviously he
yeah,
was
I mean he was
a
rolling in Dallas,
beast.
but
But
it's my
there's a lot of
quarterback.
politics that play into this shit. Like I just mentioned with Belichick, bro. He has 6 rings. He has the modern day dynasty, bro. Like how do you not put Belichick in? But you put his kicker in, who played for him. Whatever. Let me name a
I
couple
can't
other
get that
people
TO.
that
Oh, no, you're good.
they didn't put in. Some of these I don't necessarily think they should get in this year, but I think they should get in eventually. Reggie Wayne, I think he should get in. He was a beast with the Colts. Crazy stats. He played with a Hall of Fame quarterback like the majority of his career. Something that Larry Fitz didn't do. So like to argue against myself, what I said earlier, like Fitz has better stats than Reggie Wayne and never played with anybody close to Peyton Manning.
Right.
Kind of defeats my argument, what I said earlier. Torrey Holt, they've been playing him for a minute. He has crazy stats. He played with Kurt Warner also. So did Fitzgerald. Part of the greatest show on turf. You all heard that nickname. We were too young
Mm-hmm.
to see them play, but like he was one of the one of the 2 receivers of one of the greatest offenses that's ever played. And then 2 Ravens players. Terrell Suggs was eligible. He's gonna get in. I'm not necessarily surprised he didn't get in on the first try. Not gonna lie, but he's gonna get in. And then Marshall Yonda, he was a guard for the Ravens. The O line is, especially guards and centers, is very like who as a casual fan or like even like a decent fan knows like, oh well, how good they are, like because they don't have stats, right? They have, I think they tend to have
Right.
like pancake blocks and stuff like that. But just some numbers for Marshall Yonda as a guard. He won a ring with them in 2012 with the Ravens. He was a 2-time first team All Pro, 5-time second team All Pro, and then 8 Pro Bowls in 12 years. So again, solid player. One of the first O linemen that I really got familiar with because again, like almost every year that he was playing, he was going to the Pro Bowl. Always being, not giving up a ton of pressure, being consistent on the line. But again, there's a lot of politics that go into this, like everything else in sports and in life. Like
Right.
the way people view you and if you're likable and all that stuff goes for even in like we see it in the workplace, bro. Like the person who people like or your job or your boss likes will get favor over the person who does his job well and just like stays to himself. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? Like we see, and that's not how things should be, but that's how shit is, right? So
Yeah.
I did
Fav-
see this crazy. Oh, god.
all I was gonna say is favoritism isn't necessarily welcomed, but a lot of people try to hide it. But we all know damn well favoritism exists. So
oh.
we can't even hide it at this point.
Uh-huh.
Literally with what Q was saying about the workplace. Shit, bro. Like I literally work in a place that has that all around. And like that's something that can't be hidden. Can't hide that anymore. You just know that. So I mean,
Right.
as much as we want to like, only 5 people make it in, but like it's a little subjective at that point of who do they want to have in versus who should they have in. But that's my only take.
Exactly.
It's everywhere. It literally is everywhere. And I feel like it should be something where like it should be position based. So like maybe um every year they'll have a quarterback or 2 quarterbacks or like one per position, you know what I mean? Cause I don't know,
Yeah.
like it's kind of hard to say, but again, I feel like letting 5 out of guys, we're talking about 52-man rosters times 32 teams. And
53.
like yeah, sorry. Yeah, 53. So like You mean to tell me there's only five? There's only five players that are like out of 1,696 players. You mean to tell me there's only five players? Like I think I don't know how to format it. Maybe I'll come back to y'all next episode with like an idea that y'all could steal from me. But you know what I mean?
Credit
Like
us.
it's crazy. It's kind of
Here's
crazy. But
a good
anyway,
question. Here's a good way to frame
yeah.
it. Both of y'all, I'll do this too. This is just off the top. I ain't think about this. Give me 5 players y'all think could get into the Hall of Fame right now, just off the top. Like if they were, if they didn't, like if all the players, like the league just stopped right now.
Oh, like that are
give me
playing right
5
now.
players that if they never played
Myles
again
Garrett.
right now.
Matt Stafford.
I agree with both of those.
On the same trajectory, Micah Parsons.
Ugh.
Anyway. With what he's done so far, not if he keeps going.
Okay,
yeah,
so like you're saying if it stops right now.
If every player in the league never played another down, who would make it? Myles Garrett and Matt Stafford, I agree. Micah Parsons, no, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I mean, if that's your opinion, that's your opinion. But
no. I said like I said, I was projecting into the future a little bit there too. So
right.
Would you guys hate me if I said Lamar?
No, because he on my list. 2 MVPs, he on my list.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is again lack of knowledge here. Don't have too much, but I would definitely say Lamar
and
on my list.
Mahomes would be 2 easy ones for me.
Yeah, Mahomes would be
I don't
super
even want
simple.
to put him on the list, but unfortunately, yeah, he's got to go.
He got 3 rings. He got an MVP. He got to be. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers. It's three quarterbacks right there.
Yeah.
It's 3 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford. That's 4 quarterbacks. Like.
I throw CD in there. Call me a homer, but I'm throwing CD in there. If it stops right now, and we're talking about it there. You got Jamar Chase.
I don't think there's any projection wise. Yeah, if they were to stop right now, I don't think so. But they keep doing what they do for the next 3 years. Yeah. I honestly don't think maybe if there's a receiver
Saquon Barkley.
Who?
Saquon Barkley. You said if there was a receiver that what?
If there's a receiver that would make it in if they never played again, I would argue either Tyreek or Devontae Adams would be my pick because they've played longer than
the legacy of Devontae Adams. I could see.
Yeah, he has like I saw something earlier with his stats. He has like.
I wouldn't put Tyreek in there.
I would agree with that. So like since. Okay, let me read you his touchdowns since 2020. This is Devontae Adams. 18 touchdowns, 11 touchdowns, 14 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, 7 touchdowns, 14 touchdowns. That's just since 2020. That's like it's like 60 or 70 touchdowns.
Shout out to Jenk. Saying what's up, my G. What's good, bro?
Oh,
just keeping up with the chat. Yeah, no, I just peeped down, not to cut conversation, just making sure y'all feel our wings around y'all. You feel me?
The wings. Sure. What up, JQ?
I did see this one crazy stat though, and this is like what further pushes my agreement with Larry Fitz, right? So, out of his 17-year NFL career, mind you, this man played 263 out of 272 possible games.
What is it? He missed 10 games, you said?
He missed 9 games out of a 17-year career, bro. How many people do you know that actually, and at the position that he plays?
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, honestly.
Like, the best ability is availability. That's what they say all the time. And like when your wide receiver is going to show up year in and year out for 17 years. Guys, there's the average expectancy in the NFL is a contract, 4 years.
3 or 4
years. Most people usually get to the end of their expired rookie contract and they're on the streets. 17 years, y'all. Like I think it's well deserved for my man Larry Fitz.
You know he was the ball boy for Chris Carter and Randy Moss.
No.
One big club trying to tell you, bro.
I can see that though, because it's like all sports, right? Soccer too. Like the kids getting into club soccer, it's like an avenue to meet your, bro.
Go look
It's
that
all
up. There's clips
plugs.
of him like literally in like the '90s of him like running around grabbing up footballs. And go look into that. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
They had Randy Moss introduce him to the Hall of Fame. That's why, because he knew him when he was a kid.
Of course. Okay.
Yep.
I understand it now.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, so moving on, we actually were just kind of talking about this, but or about this player, but the Kansas City Chiefs, have been, on their waves. They've been kind of the dynasty team of the NFL for as of late, at least of the last decade and a half or so, right? Decade. And
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is coming off like what I would consider one of his first major injuries.
Yeah, I was looking at stats
As
earlier. He's
he's
played like every game for the last like 8 years or so.
That's
okay,
impressive
back to
too.
the availability thing, like so this is something that's a completely uncharted territory for both Pat and the Chiefs. How do you guys feel like how do you guys feel like there's a lot of pressure on the Chiefs as they feel like they kind of feel like they should be the team to beat in the AFC West at this point?
Right.
You go ahead, Sal, because I got a little question for y'all, but I'm gonna let you go so I don't take up too much time with it.
That's fair. At least for me, I mean, I think it's difficult to come off of such a big, like, I mean, dynasty, if you will, because I mean, it was kind of like a straight up dynasty coming from them for a little bit. I think it's definitely difficult to come back, and kind of a lot of people, I feel like we kind of have the expectation of, well, oh, Patrick Mahomes is back, so surely they've got to go back to where they were, right?
Right.
Um, I I don't have a lot to say about it because I'm not gonna lie, I was a Chiefs bandwagon for a year or so.
Oh man,
Um,
I loved it. I love the honesty.
like if I'm gonna be
I
transparent,
love
yeah,
the
I was
honesty.
I was I was a bandwagon for them for about a year, and then kind of hopped back off that train when I realized that it's just I don't need to do that. But I was just a big fan of the colors anyway. Um,
Fair.
but I mean, it's just hard. In all honesty, it's just hard shoes to fill, right? When you have a lot of expectations versus reality, a lot of people want that optimism and being hopeful to, you know, come back to where they were and win some more Super Bowls and whatnot. And the way that I'm saying this makes it sound like that they're not at all going to win anything. But essentially, what I'm trying to get across here is it's just going to be hard to come back, and because some of that chemistry is going to be a little bit gone, right? I mean, not to throw Isaiah Pacheco leaving, but I mean, he's gone. I mean, they've got some other players, and not saying that just because he's been out for a while doesn't mean that it doesn't he's ruining that chemistry, but missing out on that playing time probably takes a bit more of a toll on a player and who they're working with, a little bit more than we probably are thinking about, right? So it's going to be some hard shoes for them. I mean, I hope that they're able to come back and do something. But honestly, if they come back and they don't really have that great of a year, I wouldn't really take it as a surprise. I mean, it's just getting back into the swing of things, or at least if they don't have a good starting of their season, they're just getting back into the swing of things. So, I mean, don't be surprised if Justin Fields gets out there, throws some stuff or some other stuff too. I mean, you never know. But it's just going to be some hard shoes. And I wish them the best of luck, honestly.
Okay.
All right,
Uh,
so I got a blind player reveal for y'all. All right, when
Okay.
your boy you gonna invest into another laptop, we'll have a little graphic for y'all or something. But for now, I'm gonna just read out. Okay, this is how we gonna do this, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna read off the stats for two players. One of them is gonna be Patrick Mahomes. I'll tell you straight up. Another one is another quarterback, and I want you to tell me which one is Mahomes, which one is the other quarterback. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we have First quarterback. This is gonna be. I'm gonna list off the last 3 years. I'm gonna list off the games they played, their yards, their touchdowns, and their interceptions for 2 different quarterbacks. You don't need me to slow down. Say something, okay?
Okay.
First quarterback started 14. Played 14 games, played 16 games, played 16 games. Okay. Same quarterback. The yards. This is going in a chronological order from 25 to 24 to 23.
Okay.
Same quarterback, 3,587 yards, 3,928 yards, 4,183 yards.
Okay.
Same quarterback, touchdowns, 22, 26, and 27.
Okay.
Touchdowns thrown. Interceptions, 11, 11, and 14. Quarterback A.
Okay.
Quarterback B, 17 games, 17 games, 17 games.
Okay.
Just that right there should kind of give away that who is Mahomes, but whatever.
Yeah.
It should give it away, but again, I did a bunch of like comparing numbers and like this is kind of funny. Yards, 3,693, 4,500 flat, 4,044. Touchdowns, 26, 41, 28.
41.
41. Think of
Okay.
quarterbacks that could throw 41 touchdowns in your head. Interceptions, 11, 16, 10. Which one is Mahomes, first of all? Which one do you think is Mahomes?
It's the first one.
What do you think, so? First one, right? Okay, right, because of the games, right? I was trying to
I was gonna say the only thing that would have told me who it was
hang on. We got a chat. Someone says, what year was a 41 touchdown? So that would be
2024.
2024.
Yeah.
Trying
to figure out and do you want us to figure out who the other quarterback is?
Yeah, can you say quarterback 2 stats again, please?
Yeah, honestly.
Which y'all want, the yards, touchdowns, and interceptions?
Everything. Yeah.
20. Okay, so this is again 25 to 24 to 23. So 25, 3693. 2024, 4,500 flat. 2023, 4,044 yards. Touchdowns. Last year, 26. 24, he had 41 touchdowns. This is passing.
He had 26 last year.
2023, 28. I don't think y'all gonna get this shit. Honestly, I don't. If y'all got guesses, go ahead and throw some names out.
I mean, I'm just gonna get this one out of the way, just so that way my brain stops thinking of this way.
You're gonna piss me off if you get it right, Sal. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I just want to get Stafford out of the way. I just want to get that one out. Okay. I want to throw that out. Just get that out of the way.
You know what's funny? Because I was gonna put Stafford, but his stats didn't look as good as his quarterback. Go ahead. Just go and keep giving me some names.
41.
Keep giving me some names.
This isn't Josh Allen?
Nope. Not even in that tier. Y'all thinking too high.
Is it like Joe Burrow, like from the Bengals or something?
No.
Because like
I looked up all 3 of their stats. No.
All right.
Okay, AFC. Okay, AFC, NFC.
NFC.
It's Dak Prescott.
Mm-mm.
It's Jalen Hurts.
No. 41 touchdowns? Hell no. These are passing touchdowns.
Oh yeah. Okay, passing touchdowns.
Dirtbike says, he said, "Fuck it, Sam Darnold."
No.
Yeah, I saw a Goff.
I looked at his stats too. I looked up all these players. I didn't look up Darnold's, but I looked up all these other players you're naming.
Why does it?
I'm not gonna do the division till y'all give me a couple more names.
I'm trying to.
Okay, just give me a second.
I'm trying to get there. Hold up a minute.
Yeah, in the NFC, who's cooking like that?
Baker Mayfield. Quarterback, huh?
Is it Baker Mayfield?
It's Baker Mayfield.
Really?
Yeah, I'm sitting here like my man's is up for a contract with good reason, and he was cooking the other. Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
41.
41 touchdowns. So I did this little makeup to show that for this conversation, because Mahomes the last 3 years has been kind of mid. Like I just read his stats off: 22 touchdowns to 11 picks, 26 touchdowns to 11 picks, 27 touchdowns to 14 picks. Like if anybody else did that, we would say they're not good, right? But because he's won 3
Right.
Super Bowls, he gets the benefit of the doubt. And then again, you compare that to Baker Mayfield, who's done 28-10. That's pretty much what Mahomes did in 2023. Threw 41 touchdowns. Like, bruh, again, how many players throw 41 touchdowns? 2025, I think he was a little beat up last year, but again, I did this to prove that I think Mahomes has to prove something this year. I know he's won and shit like that, but he needs to show us again that he's capable of putting up a lot of yards. I honestly think, because I've watched a bunch of shows and like everybody has their opinion on Lamar has something to prove, Herbert, Hurts, Dak, they name all the quarterbacks. I think every quarterback has something to prove, just in different variations, right? Certain quarterbacks,
Right.
we need to see them win in the playoffs. Certain quarterbacks, you need to see them win an MVP maybe. But, like, I think every quarterback, including Mahomes, has something to prove because since 2022, like, his stats are mid. Like, let's just be real.
I mean,
Dak's
yeah.
had better seasons. Goff, Lamar,
Yeah.
Josh Allen, like every quarterback y'all named has had better stats, even if it's just for 1 year or more for the last 3 seasons. Again, if he's only won 1 Super Bowl, like no, like people be like, "Oh, this nigga's not that good," but we know what he's done, right? So again, I think he has a little bit more pressure on him than people realize. Because again, we don't look at the numbers of Mahomes for whatever reason. He's won 3 rings. You just throw all the numbers out. But again, you look at the numbers, it's like, I want to see them. I want to see him do something.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
For sure.
Thunder says Mahomes still needs to prove he is. He still is who he is. And I agree with that. I feel
Yeah.
like we're at that point where like, not to discredit anything that he's done in the past because it's been great, but we're having that goat talk. Slipping a little bit, and again, that's not to take any credit away from what he's done in the past, but you need to show
It's
something
a
this
little
year.
bit, but like again, so like when I was looking these stats up, like I was looking at like you named Sale. What was the first one you said? Matthew Stafford. Like I looked up Matthew Stafford stats, and let me look him up again real quick.
Yeah, I said my first 2 guesses were Stafford and then Joe Burrow because I had the thought of like, man, since he scored a lot, like, you know, type thing. But
Exactly, but I looked up Burrow stats, and like his last 3, like I was trying to find quarterbacks that had comparable stats, right?
mhm.
Joe Burrow the last 3 years, like this past season, he missed a bunch of games. He threw like 20 touchdowns or less. The season before that, he threw like 40. But in 2023, he threw like less than 20 touchdowns. So again, it's like this is another point I want to make was like Joe Burrow gets like more credit than for losing a Super Bowl than Jalen Hurts does for going to 2 Super Bowls, right? Like we frame how we feel about quarterbacks like a little differently, right?
Hmm.
So like Matt Stafford, I was
Expectations.
looking up these stats earlier. Like last year, he cooked 46 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. 2024, he only threw 20 touchdowns. Like if someone told you that, you think they were tripping, right? 2023, he threw 24 touchdowns. Again, you'd be like, if I told you he threw 24 touchdowns in one season, you'd be like, nah, he was hurt, right? No. He threw 24 touchdowns in 17. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I was looking up all these different quarterbacks to compare to Mahomes. I was like, Josh Allen, no. Burrow, no. Goff, Stafford, yo, these stats are trash. I almost did Goff. Because I like him.
I would have had
Um,
that in the
yeah, and I
bag.
was like, nah, Stale going.
I'm
They're
about to
gonna be on
snipe
that
it.
shit. I had to find a quarterback that like nobody would think of. You know what I'm saying? But again, like when you look at the
That
stats, you're
was
like, So when people throw 30, 40 touchdowns, that is as good as it should be. Like that's not like nobody does that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not an easy thing to do. Make it seem like it's easy to do. Like Dak in his last 3 years, he's thrown 30 touchdowns and 36 touchdowns. That's good.
right.
That's really good. Like that's better than Mahomes. Looking at the numbers straight up. If you were to say that to the average person, they'd be like, "Oh no, that's not true." It's like, nigga, look at the numbers. Like, and
Right.
we can make
It's
arguments
literally right
for
there.
how
The
you get
stats
the
speak for
numbers and
themselves.
whatever. But if we're arguing straight numbers, Dak has better numbers in 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want. You want to argue with numbers? You know what I'm saying? Like,
About to say the easiest thing to say about it is just the stats speak for themselves. So I mean,
exactly,
just let it
and that's
fly.
why they're there.
Literally let that shit fly.
Exactly.
Mm-mm-mm. Y'all, there's hype and there's rumors about, as you guys already heard about the Rams as they got, Myles Garrett, but now there's hype about the return of Aaron Donald making a comeback.
No. No.
Before we hit the trivia, I want to see where y'all thoughts are on like the
No.
idea of him actually coming back. Is it hype? Is he gonna come back mid-season? Like what rap to me real quick. By the way, I didn't tell y'all we do have a trivia game coming up here. So if y'all like the trivia that we just did, we got a little, little game for us to play just shortly after we touch on Mr. Donald here.
I hope he doesn't come back. Short and sweet answer. I don't like this players retiring and retiring. Like, there's nothing more you could prove. It's kind of my thing. Like how I feel with LeBron going to the Sixers. Like, nobody's changing their opinion on how they feel about you, bro. They could go win another ring. That you're not gonna be like, oh, he was the fifth best pass rusher. Now he's the third. Like, now he's gonna stay wherever you had him at. I don't think this year changes anything. So same thing with LeBron. You like him, you hate him. Him winning a ring in Philly is not going to change how you feel or make you hate him or love him anymore. That's my opinion on it.
He's just trying to make a path for Bronny. What are you talking about? Anyway.
It's for Bryce at this point. You got another son he's trying to get into the league.
True.
Right.
True. You're right. My fault.
It's about Bryce at this point.
I don't really got.
You
just kind of touched on all what I was gonna say. So I mean, no.
Yeah, and I also feel like, and here comes a hot take for y'all. Y'all better hold on to your butt. So like everyone's hyping up the Rams here, right? And they're saying this is the team to beat. But y'all, and kind of to touch on like what you said with this is kind of cool. You're talking about Bron, with Bron and the Sixers, and that being like the teams to beat this year and powerhouses, y'all. And I gotta say, the Rams and the Eagles are no different in my head right now than the 2011. The Rams and the Sixers are no different than the 2011 Eagles and the 2021 Nets. How they were just like overhyped teams. We can even go back a little further in the 98 and 99 Houston Rockets, where like you had the combined Hakeem, Olajuwon, you know what I'm saying, Charles Barkley, Scottie Pippen, and first round exit, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about the 2011 Eagles where we had Nnamdi Asomugha. I mean, come on, jump in here with me. We had they literally built a super team, bro, and they didn't even make the playoffs. I think they went like 7-9 or something like that.
Nambi, DRC, Michael Vick, Vince Young.
Vic, yeah, that's what I was like. They had a stacked roster, bro, and that it just seems like that all over again. Now, a different coaching. I believe more in Sean McVay than I do, but like, I struggle to buy into hype trains like this, where it's like the betting favorite, and
I don't think
feel
they
like
have
it's all a
enough
joke.
depth. I just think like one injury could fuck their whole team up. That's what I'm looking out for.
Right.
That's the main thing I'm looking out for. No depth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. So it is about that time. Before we get into the trivia, I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out to my man's who here, Janky, who was saying he wonders how Jeremiah Smith will do in the pro league. There's a lot of hype around him. I believe he's the Ohio State wide receiver.
Yeah.
I guess he'll be coming up in this next draft.
For sure.
So we'll be covering him. We'll be doing some coverage of him. Hopefully during the season. We'll see how it works out. If we can do some like post game on him or something like that. Because I have been hearing that name drop quite a bit. So I appreciate you, Janky, for throwing that name on our radar. I'll definitely keep a lookout for that one.
He's like that. He's definitely like that.
I mean, I'm good.
He's gonna get drafted top 5 as a receiver, definitely.
I mean, who do you think he could go to? Like, screw it. If everything was the same right now,
Like same draft order for the teams.
Yeah, like if everything was well, maybe not the draft order, but like let's just say like for example, like everything like no players were injured, we didn't lose anybody yet. Like this is like let's just like swap draft, right? We didn't draft anybody yet kind of thing. But I guess whatever. Like where do you think? Not to just put you on the fly like that, but I mean like
I'll put it like this: his teammate, who was clearly the number 2 receiver, just went number 4 to the Titans. So if his teammate, who's the clear number 2, went to number 4, I think again he goes number 5 in the top 5 easily.
Yeah.
Other than a quarterback or a pass rusher, he'll be the first player picked that's not a quarterback or a pass rusher. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I hear you.
Let's put it that way.
Heard that.
That could be 3, that could be 4, that could be 5, it could be 2, but you gotta watch out for the quarterbacks. Dylan Stewart from South Carolina is a beast. I saw him play his first game against ODU, unfortunately, in 2024. This will be his third season.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, like literally the game started. I was like, who the fuck is this, bro? I know it's ODU, but like, yo, these like, again, he's playing subpar competition, but like you just watch some people play. They're big, they're fast, like he's a defensive end. I'm like, yo, like this nigga's unblockable, bro. Like, who is this? It was Dylan Stewart. He's nice.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that he's nice.
Okay.
I could see him going high.
Okay. Jenke followed up by saying that he believes that he was a number 1. Jeremiah Smith was a number 1 rated overall in the past 2 years in the PFF College 50.
100%. Yeah.
Dang.
So that'll be.
All right, bro. Backing up his
So I'm
questions
saying he's
with
nice.
stats.
He's
Hold up
like
a minute.
that.
Right.
Like
I'm not super privy, and that's actually exciting because it gives me something to look into.
Yeah.
So yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, check him out because like Marvin Harrison was hyped up too, but like another Ohio State receiver. But like, bro, if his name was like Marvin Smith, like we wouldn't care about who he was as much. But Jeremiah Smith, I think he'll be. That's funny, I said Smith, but like Jeremiah Smith, I think will be better because Marvin Harrison ran like slants and fades pretty much. Like he doesn't have like a route tree to him.
Right.
And Jeremiah Smith is, and he's also not that fast. He's just kind of like bigger body, uses his body, has good hands. Jeremiah Smith can run routes. He's fast.
Marvin Harrison ain't looking too hot right now. That's all I gotta say. You seen that? You seen that clip of him
dropping the passes and shit?
You already know what I'm talking about,
yeah,
bro. The Cardinals look like either the Cardinals be passing with kickers balls, or Marvin Harrison Jr. is ready to get the hell up out of there, bro.
Right,
he's dropping everything that's in him
right. Like all I'm gonna say is, hey, bro, send him to the Ravens for a 4th, bro. They'll do the trade. Look, I would trade a 2nd, even a 1st for that nigga. He has potential, but I was watching the PFF video about him, and again, like I like him, but I don't know. Like I saw he didn't run the 40 for the combine when he came out, which is a little interesting. Maybe it's because like he felt like he didn't have anything to prove, but also maybe it was to disguise that he's not that fast. It's another way to look at that. And again, like as a receiver, like you want someone who can run all the routes. You know what I'm saying? You want someone who can run routes who's a little quick. You don't want like AJ Brown or like I hate to always bring up his name, but like a Des Bryant who was like, he's running either a slant or a fade, bruh. Now it's hard to stop, but like
it's coming, but yeah.
Exactly. It's like if you have a good DB, like they're not going for that shit, bruh, right? As opposed to JSN, CD, like that nigga running anything, bro. You better, you know what I'm saying? The nigga's gonna cook you.
You better stance, however, yeah.
Yeah, so like that's just a different. You could put him in the slot. You can put him in motion, like a Des Bryant, the AJ Brown. That nigga stand on the outside. You throwing a nigga
And
the
every
ball up.
route starts the same and looks the same.
Yeah, and again, like, it's basic. It's hard to stop also, but, like, there's no guessing to that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Guys, we did, and I did miss this. I apologize, as we were discussing the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. I do want to bring to the focus of Miss Mia Bieniemy, Eric Bieniemy's wife, who was tragically shot, actually. So Eric Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs, and his wife was tragically shot multiple times. I think it was July 26th, at their Virginia home. Shout out to Virginia, even though it's sad that it's happening here. I think they live in McLean, or they have a home in McLean. It is the
McLean
last thing I
Loudon,
did.
something like that.
Yeah, like somewhere up in like fancy Virginia land. It is noted that she is recovering and is moved out of the ICU. So like she's, expected to recover. Continuing prayers and thoughts for her. But like that is just insane that your son, I think it was her son,
Yep.
that was the person who shot shot his mom. And
That's
Yeah,
the
which I think
second
is crazy.
incident like that. Like Calais Campbell, did y'all see that his mom got killed by his brother?
Yes, actually, I forgot about that. Yeah, okay.
Same shit.
Okay.
Mom got killed by the creepy ass, weird ass brother. But this one's a little different because, like I mentioned in the Discord chat that we have, his son the kid is facing up to 33 years in prison. That's a very specific number. Not 30, not 35, not 40, not 25, but 33.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, y'all go peep what that 33 represents. If y'all into that weird, what we call conspiracy talk, 33 is a number you're gonna see pop up a lot. Whole lot of meanings behind it. I know the main one in conspiracy realms is Jesus was crucified at 33 in the Bible. I saw a crazy thing I seen for 33. Like I was watching an episode of One Piece. This is a little random, but a while ago, and I was reading the description. It was like Luffy has 33 hours to save his brother. I was like, bro, like not 24 hours, not 48 hours, not 12 hours. He has 33.
33 specifically, like
right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. When you see like the numbers that always pop up, and they always use the same kind of numbers, as you peep what's going on. So
Right.
Yeah, sad situation. Just leave it at that. Sad situation.
Yep.
insane. Well, y'all, I mean, excuse me, y'all. On an uptick of a note, we got, as promised, we got our little game of trivia. The last time I believe we did. What was the last game based around? I feel like so much has happened since then.
We were guessing the
team. We were guessing 16 teams, right? Okay, so this time we're gonna be throwing guesses out for both the AFC East and the AFC East and West quarterbacks. We're gonna make this kind of a series as we go through and hit different divisions and positions and things like that. So hopefully y'all, as fans following along, can kind of chime in, and we'll throw up your chats here. I did see a chat that I missed here from Jenky saying that as a biased Ohio State fan, you throw the ball in the general vicinity of Smith and he'll make some magic catches. I'm reading that wrong, but y'all catching my drift.
He's an Ohio State fan?
You gonna make me an Ohio? Yeah, so I'm saying you're gonna make me an Ohio State.
Is that your man, Sale?
What? No.
I mean, not your
like your
friend,
homie.
sorry.
Yeah, like your homie.
Like, what? No. But I mean,
my bad. I mean, that.
Nah, he was there last stream. No,
Hey, shouts out to bro. He consistent. Shouts out to bro.
Yeah.
No, for real.
Oh God.
For real. Okay, so If for those of y'all that didn't really, actually, I know a lot of y'all didn't watch the episode
Damn, he's
where
just calling them out.
No, I'm calling y'all out because I know y'all didn't watch the episode where we played the game last because we actually announced a giveaway where you had to do like two simple things that didn't happen and now there's no giveaway, which is cool. It's not like, it's just gonna be drip out in the market that is accessible to you. So, however you get it, so to give y'all the rundown of how this goes, it's no shade. I appreciate y'all here. I give three topics, right? Okay, if we're gonna talk about AFC West quarterbacks, I'm gonna give three hints, and each of the hints are gonna be increasingly easier. But the more difficult hint will be worth 3 points, 2 points, and then 1 point. As the options get easier, and we'll tally up the score at the end. And let me know. I'm sorry, Jakey. That just
That
cracked
face
me
is
up.
actually
That
crazy,
made me
bro.
break. It made me break character there for a second. But yeah, we'll go ahead and tally up the responses at the end of this. So go ahead and get into this. Do y'all have your devices ready to show? Because again, we're going to have. I'm going to read it off. They're going to say it for the listeners and show it for the ones that are watching with us to see how accurate we are with our selections.
So, what you gonna read off like stats or something?
Yeah, like we did for the last game. So like I'll say, I see Q in the comments and Jeremiah is like that, and then following up with Jenky again with the crazy emojis. I mean, my man's just dropping all kinds of fire.
Playing with fire over here.
And feel free, Jenky, to go ahead and jump in and. I wish DJ was in here.
Yeah.
Actually, DJ would be all over these stats too, considering this is his division too. So,
too bad he ain't here.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Just missing
so let's go ahead and get right into it. This first, and I will say, one of these might throw you off because
how many are we doing? I'm about to number my shit. How many are we doing? 8?
We have 8 players, yeah. 2 divisions. Right. Yeah. One of them's gonna be a little confusing, but I feel like y'all will get it. So, or you equally will not get it. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? For y'all at home listening, get if you wanted to, you could pull up your
pens and papers out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. And
well, come on inside and get
participate.
Cool to drink.
You know what I'm saying? Get yourself something cool to drink.
Keep track of how many y'all get right over here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, right. Quarterback number 1.
Second. I'm gonna grab my charger real quick. Give me like 5 seconds.
You good?
We're about to lock in. See, it gives my pen some time to charge because it may or may not have died again. So it's just time to load up here. Locking in. Alrighty, I did not need that, but I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Huh.
By the way, the fact that there's someone who is a biased I'm just gonna say it because I didn't get to say it last time. The fact that there is a biased Ohio State fan that I'm friends with, and I'm sorry you live in. Anyway,
pick your orientation on Q.
Yeah, Q. So you.
Yeah, just so it rotates.
I'm just saying. Why would you betray us?
He says, I know about 4 NFL players. I can't wait to win.
Anyway, I'll just.
Yeah, y'all got something to talk about. It sounds like, Sale.
All right. That's over. That's gonna be over Lethal Company. All right, making sure I got my talking point number 1 mid game.
Player number 1. This player was drafted in the first round of the 2018 NFL draft after playing college at Mountain West School.
What division is this?
Yo. Should I just start throwing out guesses here? Like, are these current quarterbacks?
I'm sorry. Wait, what?
Uh-oh. Did he not get the... Bro messed up his own
missed
game.
it.
Hold up.
Work in progress. Work in progress.
Man. You know what I'm saying?
I just mixed up my stats. We're gonna go ahead and make this next clue the first one. So bear with me here, y'all. That's crazy.
What division are we doing? You said AFC West and NFC West?
AFC East and West.
AFC East and West?
Yeah, so you've got Dolphins,
Bills.
Pats, Bills, and Jets. And then you've got Kansas City. You got the Chiefs, Chargers,
Broncos?
Raiders, Broncos.
Yeah.
Just to bring clarity on that. So, all right. So since entering the league, this quarterback leads in total combined passing and rushing touchdowns. I feel like this one kind of gives it away. Alan, and if you guys don't mind, if you can say your answers as well. But y'all got Josh Allen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's both right. We'll give you 3 points for that.
Had an Oreo in my mouth. My fault.
Off to a good start.
All right. Hugh, time to cook.
All right. Now it's got me wanting to fact check some of these things again that I just did. This quarterback spent 5 seasons playing college football across 2 different Power 5 conferences before getting drafted in 2024.
In 24, so they're more recent?
Mm-hmm.
So
what you got, Q? I can't read it from here. I'm sorry.
Scoot it over. There's another direction you got to go with that. I don't know what direction you're gonna left.
Bo Nix. Right. Okay, yes, Bo Nix is correct.
Bang. I'm not gonna lie. If I would have took a guess anyway, I would not have gotten it anyway. So
I just knew that because he spent a lot of time in college, Oregon and Auburn.
He said Mark Zuckerberg.
Good guess. Good guess.
Mark Zuckerberg, yo, I'm dead.
That's hilarious. All right.
Imagine if Mark Zuckerberg was a college athlete. That nigga would be he'd be even more psychotic, bro. Like,
right.
World will be even more cooked.
Okay, this one's gonna be tough because I'm gonna go ahead and go with this. So, I'm skipping this one because this isn't fair. I'm going to the next player for now.
So we're on 4.
This player was yes, player 4. I was drafted in the 6th round, I was drafted 6th overall in 2020 and won NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year honors after setting the record in passing touchdowns.
These are quarterbacks, correct?
Yes, these are quarterbacks.
Man.
6th overall in 2020, NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year.
2020.
This has got a big question mark on it. Big question mark for Mr. Geno Smith, bro.
Nah, that nigga was drafted in like 2012 or some shit.
Yeah, like I said, big question mark. I don't know. I only know
it's
the
not
current.
Geno Smith.
I only know the current, like kind of current, I guess, but like I don't know when they all start. I don't know any of their starting years, so that's
2020.
We got Wiz Khalifa from Janky.
Hey man, better than my guess of fucking Geno Smith. So I mean,
read his description again.
His bio again. Yeah. He was drafted 6th overall in 2020 and won the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year after setting the rookie record for passing touchdowns.
Should I like guess again? No, I'm kidding. No, it'll be for 2 points. I can't guess. Unless you want to chalk it up to the 2 points, Q. I mean,
is he?
You ready for the second?
He currently plays in. In the AFC West or East?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
We'll give you about 10 seconds to give me your best guess.
Damn. 2020.
I didn't catch Janky's chat of that team up north. All right, bro. Anyway, I'm gonna just ignore the fact that he said that.
Oh,
Watch bro pull some ball out.
An answer.
Hold up.
Justin Herbert?
Yeah.
That was my second guess. I'm actually about to jump. All right, anyway.
The follow-up answers were he was the fastest QB in NFL history to surpass 20,000 career passing yards despite operating under 3 different head coaches.
Nope.
Just the last what'd you say led the what'd you say you got the rookie of the year or something?
Setting the rookie of the offensive rookie of the year and then rookie record for passing yards.
Yeah, I thought it was Mac Jones at first because he was drafted by the Patriots, but was that the same draft? Let me see. Was that the same draft?
No way. There's no way.
I did not even think
I want to say that was 21.
I didn't even think
Mac
that Herbert
Jones.
was bad. I thought he was a more recent man. This is where I don't know my ball of the exact QB.
Yeah, Mac Jones is 21. That was my first guess. That's why I asked if he still played in the division. Because I was gonna say Mac Jones.
All right, player number 5. This player played college football at North Carolina and was selected 3rd overall in 2024 draft.
24. Yeah, I'm about to just say this is about to be chalked for me, bro. But I mean, I'll say one anyway.
What you got, Q?
Can you see that?
No. Oh, Drake May. Yeah, Drake May is.
Wait.
It's correct.
Wait. I'm not even capping. I did have this at the. No cap.
Okay.
Zero cap.
Okay. We'll give it. We got three across the board.
I'm about to say I ain't.
Player number 6. They were drafted in the 2nd round of the 2013 NFL draft and spent their first 3 seasons with the team that originally picked them. Wait, what? Why did I say that? Why did I say it that way?
So is this now? I wonder, is this the guy?
No.
Drafted in 2013.
Or maybe it is the guy.
You already know who I'm about to say, bro. I already guessed them.
You got to say Geno Smith again?
No.
He's in the NFC. This is AFC.
Well,
he's on the Jets.
I was gonna say he's on the Jets.
Drafted in 23, he was on the same team for how long?
Oh, wait, you said 23 or 2013?
2013. He
was
a 2nd rounder in 2013.
Yeah, I was gonna say 2023 would change it then.
He was a 2nd round draft pick in the 2013 NFL draft.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
And he only spent the first 3 seasons with the team that originally drafted him.
2013. God damn, bro.
You know what? I'm gonna not say Geno. Hold up. I'm gonna throw a wild card out here, and y'all can hate me for this if you want to. But mother freaking Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins. Okay.
That's definitely what it is.
Keegan Michael Key is a funny guess.
I didn't even think about that. That's definitely what it is.
Oh
no, he got drafted in 2012.
Yeah, and Kirk isn't in the AFC West. He's in the AFC.
Yeah,
he's in the AFC West. Yeah, he's on the Raiders.
He's in the Raiders.
But he got drafted in 2012.
Oh.
He got drafted the same year as RG3.
Oh, so I was 1 year off. God damn, you know.
Yeah, no, but that was a really good guess, actually.
Yeah, that was a really good guess.
Do you have a guess?
Yeah. Not right now. You give me like 10 more seconds.
Yeah, okay.
1, 2. I'm playing.
God damn, I really don't have one.
You just chalk it to 2. It's all right. We don't have to get +3 every time, bro. I'm already down to you by a lot. All right.
Final answer.
Give me fuck 2030. I don't have one. Honestly, I don't have one.
Okay, clue number 2. After a winding journey through the Giants, Chargers, Seahawks, and Raiders, I led Seattle to a playoff berth in 2022 and earned Comeback Player of the Year.
What team was
Y'all already
on?
said this. Y'all already answered this.
I'm gonna let you go ahead, Sale.
I swear to God, is it actually like Gino this time around? Like, I'm actually gonna like.
Is that your answer?
At this point, I guess it should be.
I second it. I second it. She about to get 2 points. I second that guess.
Okay, y'all gotta show me.
Well,
Show me and tell me.
fine,
Show me and tell
here,
me.
here.
All right. We've got Geno Smith. All right, that's the right answer. Now we out here playing. Now we out here playing.
I'm not even.
When you said it, I was like, I'm not even gonna say nothing. And you diverted away from it. I was like, oh God, I can't even say nothing.
Every time I fucking second guess, bro.
I forgot he was on the Raiders too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
damn, they have Geno Smith, Kirk Cousins, and Fernand. Damn, I didn't even think about.
Well, no, he's a Jet now. Geno's a Jet now.
So same East.
Yeah,
West. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Same conference, but different division. Yeah.
Q goes, I second
Damn.
that. I would not have said anything out loud. God damn it.
Player number 7, which is actually our 6th because I skipped over 1 out of 8. So we're getting well over towards the end of this game. This player was selected 10th overall in the 2017 NFL draft after playing college ball at Texas Tech.
Yeah, I don't know my.
What year was it?
2017, 10th overall.
At Texas Tech?
Mm-hmm.
Certainly.
What you got?
I'm just gonna leave this off.
Patty Mahomes boy. Yep, that'll be right. Because he's from Texas.
I was about to ask, how many years has Mahomes been in the league? Because I know you said.
I love these responses.
Yeah,
I love all these responses.
I be forgetting he's played that fucking long. Nigga getting old.
Jenky says Johnny Depp, and I'm loving every one of these selections, bro.
I definitely. If I would have asked my clarifying question of did Pat play in for only like what 8 or 9, I would have said Pat, but
who were you gonna say?
Patrick Mahomes. I was gonna chalk it up to that out of all the ones that we have left anyway. But I digress. Already losing anyway. We're here for a good time. You know what I'm saying?
We're out here moving, and I hope whether watching live or later, hopefully y'all are like banging your heads on the table, like, man, I know this one. Maybe we'll have some guests on for some of these shows too, because maybe we'll have to have some unseating of these thrones here. But
hey man, I got someone who could come collab with us. You already know who it is.
We might have to make that happen here. So stay tuned, yo. Stay tuned.
I'm good.
This second to last player on this list here was originally started his college career at Cal before transferring and having a legendary undefeated 16-0 season in 2025.
Started at Cal? Undefeated in the NFL?
No.
In college?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's a giveaway.
Yeah.
What are the rookies there? What are the rookie quarterbacks? Yep. That is Fernando Mendoza. Fernando Mendoza. All right. So we're going to circle back to this last one. And it is... They were named to the Pro Bowl after leading the entire NFL in passing yards during the 2023 season. to be fair, they're currently not seated in this position. The person I'm talking about is currently not seated in this position. They recently were. This is the one switch up here where the player is for sure not playing here, but we don't know where they're playing or who's playing in their spot.
So they're a free agent.
Yeah, but also like we don't know who's in the position of this team either. So I'm going off the most recent seat. If that makes it'll make sense. It'll make sense. You want me to go on to number 2 because I know that's a little tough.
Yeah, go ahead. So he definitely plays for the. What was his first name? I want to see if I can get this.
Yeah, they were named in the Pro Bowl after leading the entire NFL in passing yards during the 2023 season.
Is it Tua?
Yeah. It is Tua.
That's crazy, by the way.
Because I said that because I didn't know who was actually going to be the quarterback. I looked it up. I saw Malik.
He's on the Falcons too.
Yeah, but like the competition in Miami is both two bad options. So I wasn't gonna go do the dialogue or the biography of two people that might not even see the field this year.
I wrote out the teams that we already did, like Bills, Broncos, Chargers, Pats, Jets, Chiefs, Raiders. The only one left was the Dolphins. So
Wally is an answer from Jenke, and my favorite of the night, Hinkle McCrinkleberry.
Yes.
Yo, on the Cardinal Studios fantasy league last year, my name was Cardinal McCrinkleberry.
I remember that.
I
remember Cardinal McCrinkleberry.
Yo, hang on. Wally's like a good take, though. Not even gonna lie. Wally's
no, for real. Yes. No, Wally is actually solid.
Lie. That's one of my favorite films. I love Wally.
Very solid movie.
All right, Q. How much did I get cooked by, my friend?
I got 3 for all of them except for 1. So.
All right, I got.
Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17, 20, 23.
Man.
GG Sale. You had good guesses. Not even trying to be funny. I'm not even trying to be funny.
Yeah, no, that was solid. And the next time we're going to actually switch to the NFC, I believe. We're gonna get into some NFC quarterbacks. Which will be a little bit more, I think, more familiar to you and I, Bella, as we are from that conference. So, look forward to that. Viewers at home, do your homework on. We'll just say it's going to be NFC East and West quarterbacks for this coming week. So go ahead and do your studying on who's who. Because we'll follow up and do AFC North South and then NFC North South. So we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it. So yeah, we appreciate y'all tapping in for that. One more semi-sports note and 100% Cowboys note and the news right now. Tony Antonio Romo, 46 years old, who served as a lead color analyst for the CBS Sports, alongside Jim Nantz. We know all of his accolades. He's been a commentator in the golf, CBS, like their golf coverage and things like that. He was recently arrested in Wisconsin while for operating while intoxicated in Milwaukee. Yeah, I think it's Milwaukee, Wisconsin, last week. He wasn't suspended, but he's currently on leave from CBS Sports. During his career, and he's also a former NFL player. He used to be a Cowboys quarterback, and during his career in Dallas, he played 14 seasons, and he held the franchise record for career. No, I think he might still hold it for career touchdown passes, but not for yards. I need to double check that.
What does he hold, you said?
No, he doesn't. He actually doesn't hold the career. So I actually just double checked this. So This was actually kind of gonna ruin my game, but here I'm gonna name. This is my last game to kind of close this out here. And again, I appreciate y'all. We have two quarterbacks here. We got Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. This was just a little fun little thing I pulled up here, right? So, I'm gonna just give you the blind, just like Q did. The quarterback number one, and this is through 10. This is through 10 seasons, just to be fair, because Tony Romo played 14 seasons, I think I said, right? And Dak's going into year 11, so he's still got a little bit of time to catch up to him. Quarterback number one, 29,565 yards.
It's 29,000. What is it? I'm writing this shit down.
29,565. 208 touchdowns and a passer rating of 95.8.
95.8?
Yeah. Quarterback number two, 35 touchdowns, 35,989 yards, 243 touchdowns, and a passer rating of 98.3.
98.3?
Yeah.
Those were all higher than the first one. I can tell you that.
Who do you think is quarterback A?
And this is Dak and Tony Romo?
Yeah.
All right. It's hey man, 50 shot, you know.
What you think, Sil?
Man, I don't like being wrong with these things, but how many years difference? Like what you said, 14 and 11?
Well, this is just straight up 10. This is off of a 10-year sample.
For 10.
First 10 years. Yeah.
Honestly, screw it. I'm gonna say Dak's the first one. I don't.
Okay. I got Dak. I got Dak as the first one too. I feel like this is a trick question, but I got Dak.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It feels trick like, because I know Romo was like talked about, right? I mean, I recognize Tony Romo, right? So like I know he was talked about, but I mean, I don't know.
So Tony Romo threw for 29,565 yards, 208 touchdowns, and a passer rating of 95.8 in his first 10 seasons, while Dak Prescott comparatively threw for 35,989 yards, 243 touchdowns, and a 98.3 passer rating. And he's still one of the most hated on quarterbacks in the league right now, just because of the star in his helmet. But everyone praises Tony Romo and how, you know.
God damn.
That's almost a 7,000 yard difference. And almost 50 touchdowns.
That's crazy. My only argument if I was Tony Romo was it's a different league. That nigga was getting fucked up out there, bro. Now you can't touch the quarterbacks. It's like almost 7-on-7, but that's a big difference. Like, objectively, that's it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. It is a different league. I mean, they weren't necessarily, but I know I watched that man play a lot. I mean, it wasn't like he wasn't attempting. That man just was throwing it to the wrong person a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean, we call him Tony Ono for a reason, bro. Like,
I've never heard anyone say that. That's so funny. Wait.
Oh, I definitely done heard that one. Definitely done heard, because when that shoulder dips back and that ball goes, you don't know who it's going to.
Tony, oh no, I'm using that. Hold on a minute.
I remember obviously the botched field goal against the Seahawks. I think
the Seahawks, bro.
And then I remember that stands out, and then the pick he threw into like triple coverage against the Giants in. I want to say that was like 2007 when they went to the Super Bowl, like in overtime. He throws the ball into triple coverage, and I think it was I want to say his name is R.W. McQuarters. He's like a corner or a safety for the Giants, bro. He's like, bro, no way that nigga just threw the ball to me. Triple coverage. Like, if you look at the camera, there's like one receiver and like 3 DBs in the picture. So,
insane.
But I mean, he's better than I would say he gets respect for. If he play again, just like a lot of just over the Cowboys, if he played for another team, he wouldn't get as criticized as much. But like, you fuck up with the Cowboys, people gonna bust your balls, bro. So same thing with Dak.
Right. Right, that's why I wanted to point that out, because now everyone's talking about how brilliant of a mind Tony Romo is now that he's not playing for Dallas, and it's like, all right, but like,
now that
if
nigga
we
got
want
the
to talk
script when
ball,
he in the booth, like,
right now, if we want to actually talk ball, like the numbers don't. Again, it's a different league, but I'm taking Dak over Romo any day. Play style, as a
Yeah, I would
leader,
too.
but again, we're not gonna get into that. Like, you see how players follow Dak as opposed to Tony Romo trying to be a rock star when he was in the league.
Right.
So
No, I
I'm not
agree
really
100%
for that.
with that. I would take Dak over Romo. Yeah, I would totally.
Yeah, especially after seeing that whole. I was gonna share the footage, but I'm not gonna give Tony that light. Because I honestly I don't really like Tony Romo. I'm not gonna lie with you. Like
He gonna sue
just
them
from
niggas, bro. She took him to a parking garage. You do the field sobriety test, like.
right. That was the most. Like, all that shit was the most. But like, just
It's
as a
called a field
personality,
sobriety
I
test where
think
you do
he's
it
a
on the
little
scene in the field. You don't take somebody to another
right.
location, bro. Like.
That's what I thought was weird, because it cut from him being on the highway. I thought they would just like, get out the highway. They went to like
My bad.
Like a parking garage.
No, right. I was like, why is there nobody else around right now
He's not.
besides
Yeah, he's
cops
not getting in
staring at
trouble,
him?
bro. Like.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's not
they're
saving.
CBS is doing the CBS thing, and making sure that they're pleading the fifth until they know all things are good. So just like Diana Rossini, who I don't think is gonna get called back from to her endeavors, but she keeps making her way into the conversation here just because she is such a clown. But y'all, this is it's been another great episode, live again, our second go around of having it live. So like I said, next week we will be going over NFC West and East quarterbacks, as well as keeping up with following what's going on in our respective teams in training camp. We'll be thumping come this year, or this week coming up with pads on. So really excited from me, Brandon, from my co-hosts Q and Bella. We appreciate y'all as always. Love.
All love, all love.